Can we use Newtonian approach to study a system of large number of particles, for example, gaseous system? No, we can't use Newtonian approach. Why? Because it is very difficult to draw 10 raised to 23 free body diagrams. If you need to draw 10 raised to 23 free body diagrams, you need to track all the 10 raised to 23 particles. Let me draw a free body diagram of a single particle from these 10 raised to 23 particles. Let F1 and F2 be the forces acting on this single particle. If we know about the forces acting on a single particle, means we know the acceleration faced by that particle. If we know about the acceleration faced by the particle, means we can track that particle using Newton's equations of motion. We all know about the Newton's equations of motion. What are they? V is equal to U plus AT. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. If you need an idea about the gaseous system, you need to track all the 10 raised to 23 particles, and you need to draw all the 10 raised to 23 free body diagrams, and you need to write the Newton's equations for all the 10 raised to 23 particles. And this is actually a cumbersome procedure, or this is actually a very hard procedure, and this is actually practically impossible. Now we know that we can use Newtonian approach to study gaseous systems. So let me ask you, can we use Lagrangian approach to study gaseous systems? No, we can't use Lagrangian approach or Hamiltonian approach. For example, in Lagrangian approach, we know that the Lagrangian equation is d by dt of dou L by dou q dot j sub j minus dou L by dou q sub j is equal to 0. For example, for a single particle in two dimension, it have 2 degrees of freedom x and y. For these 2 degrees of freedom x and y, there are two Lagrangian equations of motion that correspond to j is equal to 1 and j is equal to 2. So for 10 raised to 23 particles in 3 dimensions, we actually need 10 raised to 23 times 3 equations, Lagrangian equations, to track the system or to study the dynamics of the system. So let me give a more clear picture about that. For this one particle in 2 dimensions, we need 1 into 2 equations of motion to study it. Consider two particles in 2 dimensions, so it have totally 4 degrees of freedom. So j can vary from 1 to 4. So totally 2 into 2 equations of motion to we need to study these two particles in 2 dimensions. This actually implies to study 10 raised to 23 particles, we need 10 raised to 23 into 3 equations, Lagrangian equations. So let us bring back to our original question, how we can study a system of large number of particles that are in random motion. We already see that we can use Newtonian or Lagrangian or even Hamiltonian approach to study such a system. So we can use two approaches to study such a system. One is thermodynamic approach and other is statistical approach. In thermodynamic approach, we stick with the macroscopic variables of the system, and we try to study how these macroscopic variables evolve with time. The examples of macroscopic variables are volume, pressure, temperature, and a type of energy called internal energy. You will study it detail about it in thermodynamics. Internal energy, it's a type of a total energy system. How? And if you have an idea about the macroscopic variables, and if you have an idea how this macroscopic evolve with time, means you have an idea about the global behavior of the system. That means you have an idea about the system as a whole. For example, the sum of marks of all students or sum of attendances of all students gives a global idea of a classroom of students. In statistical approach, we actually stick with the microscopic variables. Microscopic variables are associated with the properties of a particle, like velocity, position, energy of a particle, momentum, acceleration, etc. We can use the distribution of these microscopic variables to study huge number of particles in random motion like our gaseous systems. For example, let us write the velocity distribution v to v plus dv and the energy distribution E to E plus dv. There is actually a particular number of particles from this 10 raised to 23 number of particles lies in this velocity range and in this energy range. Let us take a real life example like how much students from a 40 number of students have the marks in the range 25 to 30 in a particular subject. We can use that particular numbers that distributions to study the system. This is the idea of classical statistical approach to a system of huge number of particles. We can use these type of distributions to study the system. An example for such a statistical approach is Maxwell-Boltzmann statistical approach. We know that in classical mechanics, the observables have a continuous range of values. It can be anything between E to E plus dE. In quantum systems, the observable values are discrete. So we actually take how many particles possess a particular velocity v and how many particles possess a particular energy E. We use this idea to track huge number of particles obey quantum laws. There are mainly two types of quantum statistical approach. One is Bose-Einstein statistical approach and the other one is Fermi-Dirac statistical approach. We will learn about it later.